Hi there, and welcome to today's practice, which I'm going to call Root, Sprout, Blossom. I'm particularly inspired by these absolutely gorgeous lilies I have behind me. I bought them when most of them were closed, like this one is here, and they always seem just full of potential in that closed state. Eventually, when they really open and blossom, the scent is absolutely, I find it absolutely magnificent. Apologies to anyone who has allergies to them. You know, there's a little messiness to the orange dust that comes off of the middle, but the smell is magnificent and they just look so full and so alive. It's kind of like the way we begin our day. We're nurtured, we're rooted in sleep when the alarm goes off or when we first begin to open our eyes. We move a little, we stretch, the eyes flutter open, we begin to greet the day, and that's when our day begins to sprout. And hopefully with a little work and positive attitude, it will really blossom. So today, that's just my inspiration for our practice, and I hope you enjoy. Today we are really going to start as a little seed rooting into our mat, which is going to take us right into child's pose. So come onto the hands and knees and then press the sit bones back just as far as they comfortably go. If they remain up, that's cool. If you can get them down, that's cool. You can stack your hands, you can grab a block or a bolster or pillow, place it below the forehead, and let's just root into this little seed-like shape that we're making. If you prefer to have the forehead down and the arms behind you, that's okay too. Whatever is most comfortable for you. Keep the knees slightly open so that you have room for the belly to move for these first couple of breaths. In through the nose and out through the nose if you can. If you'd like, the first couple of breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just allow gravity to receive you. Eventually really beginning that breathing through the nose. And notice if you can feel how that inhalation doesn't just expand the front side of the body, maybe your belly breathing still, it doesn't just expand the chest, but also the sides of the body as you feel the rib cage flare, and see if you can even take your awareness to the back body to get a full feeling of how we fill ourselves with inspiration. On those exhales, you notice just a softening of the skin onto your frame. Keep the breath going nice and long and slow. Walk the hands out in front of you, keeping the arms straight and strong. We're going to take a little walk with them all the way over to the right. I like to lift my torso and bring it over my right leg. If the belly's in the way, that's okay. Just go as far as you can. Stretching, creeping that left arm forward to get a nice stretch to the left side of the body. Keep breathing. And we'll walk the hands all the way over to the other side, trying to get the torso shifting to the left and really stretching through that right arm. So you stretch at the right side of the body as if you could breathe even deeper into the right side of the rib cage. Coming back to center, let's go up onto the hands and knees. With the hands placed and flared underneath the shoulders, center of each wrist lines up at the outer edge of each shoulder, knees underneath the the hips. So we don't want the knees too close here. We want to give yourself lots of good space between the sides for your sprout to get some sunlight. Inhale, lift the tail, lift the chin, lift the chest. And exhale, round the back. Pull the belly towards the spine and drop the chin to the chest. And then just keep going in these two transitions. Cow pose where the sit bones lift and flare. Cat pose where we round the back and push the floor away. Take your time, let your breath guide your movement. You're giving all the nutrients that you need for that seed to sprout and eventually blossom. As you lift the tail and look up, think about broadening the chest, drawing the shoulder blades down the back, and hugging the hands towards the knees. And as you round the back, do the opposite. We're trying to get the chin towards the chest and push the hands away from the knees. And in these next couple of breaths, let your creativity blossom. So if you want to move the head, move the hips, move the shoulders, wiggle and wave, that's okay, do that. Just pay attention to the breath. We're starting just to coordinate your movement with your inhalation and your exhalation. Gazing at a spot just slightly ahead of the hands on your mat, take your right leg up and back behind you and flex that right foot. So we don't want the right toes and right knee pointing out. We want to point them down towards the ceiling, and knitting up that lower belly is going to help you accomplish that. Extend the left arm forward. So we're gazing at that same spot. It's going to make things a little bit easier. One more inhale here, and then on an exhale, pull your right knee towards your chest. Pull your left elbow towards your left hip. If you want, you can drop your gaze. If not, keep looking where you were looking before, and then inhale, extend. Let those flower petals roll to their fullest extent. Exhale, pull in. Inhale, extend out. Exhale, find that little kidney bean or seed shape. Inhale, stretch out. We're going to do two more. Exhale, pull the belly back, let the spine round. If you can, drop your gaze. If not, keep looking at the same spot. Here's my last one on the exhale. Then we're going to extend fully. Bring the left hand down to the floor. Shift the left shin out to the left. This is going to help you balance as we lift the right arm up and open the chest. Nice, long, slow breaths. Now, we're going to bend the right knee. For some of you, this is the end of the line. You're going to stay right here. For others, you may be able to reach back and grab your foot with your hand. If you can do that, great. And if you can't, that's okay. Right? You can also use a strap around your foot. Now we're going to press the foot into the hand and try to let the chest blossom a little bit more. If you can pull the head back. You can look up and back. Keep breathing. And softly extend. Come on back to hands and knees. And we're going to take some big hip circles. Just one or two in both directions. And we're going to go to the other side. So start by looking at a spot slightly ahead of you. Step the left foot back and then up to hip height. We want the foot flexed or flointed. Keep the low belly lifted. Slowly extend the right arm forward. On your exhale, pull your right elbow back, your left knee forward, getting into that seed shape, And now sprouting, sprouting, sprouting until we are blossoming through the fingertips and toes. Exhale, pull in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, pulling in. Inhale, extend. Now I'm going with my breath according to how I can speak and talk. Whatever pace is good for you, that's the one you stick with. Running for about 5 of these. That was number 4. And here's my last one. Now, right hand comes down. We're going to shift that right shin off to the right. Open up the left arm, the left side of the chest, and reach through all the corners of the body, all the corners of the limbs. So left heel is kicking up, left fingertips, very expressive. And then let's bend the left knee. Let's reach back for it. If you can't find it, just stay here. Let your chest open. If you can find it, we're going to use the pressure of the foot on the hand to open the chest a little bit more. Keep breathing. And softly release. Let's bring the left hand down, shins parallel. Getting back to that midline, just a couple of hip circles. From here, step one foot back and then the other, so you're in a plank pose, and then lift the hips up and back for downward facing dog. Don't be too preoccupied with whether or not your legs are straight. Try to tune in to the full lengthening of the spine, like it is the stem of your flower. From tailbone all the way up to crown, we want lots of length. Now, let's remember, a long spine isn't a quote-unquote straight spine, right? There are curves to the spine. One of the ways to keep that low back curve, let's all bend the knees. Nice deep bend. And without letting your knees go further apart than your little toes, press your inner thighs and shins apart. So we're stopping them at the toes, but as you continue to press apart, you may feel the blossoming of the buttocks. And you'll probably get that little nice freedom in the low back. And then, for those of you who can, begin to straighten the legs a little bit, or all the way, whether your heels are down or not, but don't let the shape of the spine change. Let's inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, swing the right foot forward towards your right thumb. And for now, let's take the left knee down on the floor. We're just gonna go back and forth. Inhaling here, look straight ahead, blossom the chest forward. Exhale, back the hips up. Try to flex the right foot if your right knee is straight. Inhale forward, please use blocks if you need them. This will make this easier. Blocks under the hands. Exhale back. Inhale forward. And exhale back. You can have your back toes curled under. You can have your back foot flat to the floor. Whichever you like, use the full breath for your full movement. Next time in your lunge, hold it there. So right knee, hopefully over the right ankle. Come right up on your fingertips. And as if you could drag your fingers back through the mud, pull your shoulder blades deep to the heart. Bring one hand and then the other onto the right thigh, and then push the chest even further up. Try to keep the tailbone dropping and the pubic bone lifting. we're going to take both hands, interlace them behind the fingers behind the head, and cup the sides of the head with your arms. Pull your armpits back. So we're taking that upper arm bone back into the shoulder socket. Shoulder blades hug deep to the heart. We're going to press the head into the hands, but keep the elbows hugging in. Draw the shoulder blades even deeper to the heart. Looking for a full opening of the flower of the heart. Next inhale, undo the fingers and reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, both hands come down. Curl your back toes under. Lift the left knee up. Slide the right foot back. And using your knees or not, I'll show with the knees, we're going to lower all the way down to the floor. Right back to the roots, right back to the earth. Point the toes back. Tack the tops of the feet, including the little toes, onto the floor. We're going to walk the hands forward so the thumbs are in line with the ears, but just the thumbs on the mat, fingertips off the mat. And we're going to widen the elbows, drop the shoulder blades back and down, and then inhale. Just curl the chest up off the floor. Leave your ribs on the floor, your lowest ribs. And then exhale, lower all the way down. So little bitty cobras. Inhale. Curl the chest up, keeping the tops of the feet down, and we're dragging back with the fingertips so the heart moves forward. Exhale, lower. As the fingertips root and drop back, the heart blossoms and pulls forward to reach for the sun. Exhale down. 2 more. Inhale, curl up. Exhale down. Here comes the last one. We're going to hold this one. And then we're going to see if we can walk the roots of those lower ribs forward. So giving your low back a little more extension. Exhale to lower all the way down. Slide the hands back towards the rib cage. Come back onto the hands and knees. Step one foot back, then the other, and we're back in downward facing dog. Now remember, downward facing dog, we really want to get lots of length through our central stem. Right, so if that involves bending the knees, which will release the hamstrings a little bit and let your low back come into its lumbar curve, then that's the way to go. Root into each and every finger pad, root into each and every knuckle. Hug your forearms towards each other. Let your biceps roll outwards, up and outwards. And then pack the shoulder girdle down. So we want to feel those muscles underneath the armpits, your serratus. Inhale, lift the left leg up. We're going to do all that to the other side. Step the left foot forward. Gently bring the right knee down. Inhale, look up, blossom the heart forward as the shoulders root back. Exhale, pull the hips up and back. Inhale forward, just follow your breath. Exhale back. Inhale forward, and exhale back. Use your whole breath for the movement. Next time we're forward in that lunge, hold it there. Just breathe. Come right up onto those fingertips. We're hugging them back as if the shoulders were providing this gate that the heart was just going to burst forward through that gate. Hug the back knee forward. Hug your left heel back. Both hands come onto the left thighs. We keep pushing the chest up. Keep zipping up through the low belly. Once again, interlace the fingers, just the tips of the fingers gently behind the head. Pull the elbows forward to cup and support your head. Hug the armpits back. And as you inhale, press your head into your hands, trying to get those elbows pointing further skyward towards the sun so that you can fully blossom the heart And in celebration of that, inhale, extend the arms all the way up. Exhale, bring both hands down. When you're ready, come back onto hands and knees. Then to plank. Or you can leave your knees down. We're going to lower all the way down once again. Point the toes back. Interlace the fingers behind the back. If this is too difficult for your shoulders, that's okay. You can bring your hands out to the sides, or you can hold a strap between the hands, pulling the strap apart. Inhale, curl the chest up, tacking the tops of the feet, including the little toes down, and exhale to lower. Try to lift your arms as high as it'll come. Inhale, up with the chest. Exhale, the chest roots, the arms blossom. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, reach the arms up. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale, we're going to hold it here. Nice, long, slow breaths. Try not to wrinkle the forehead. Exhale to lower when you're ready. Plant the hands. Curl your toes under. Use your knees to press up if you like, or straight up into plank. And then we're heading back to downward facing dog. Find the shape of the pose that's appropriate for you and your spine. Nice, long, slow breath. The toes and feet, certainly the toe mounds. Some people will be with the heels as well, but most of us just with the toe mounds. And the finger pads, the knuckle pads, those are all rooting down deep into the earth so that we can find lots of length through the spine and as much as possible through the legs. Walk the feet forward slowly towards the front of your mat, coming into a forward fold. Have a good look at the feet. You want the feet a couple of inches apart. Spread the toes nice and wide. This will lift the arches of the feet as you lay them down. Try to keep those arches lifted. Take your hands to your shins. Inhale, blossom the heart forward as you extend to half forward fold. And exhale to bow. Again, hands to shins. Inhale, blossom the heart forward. And exhale to bow. One more time. Inhale, curl the chest up. Exhale, this time hands to the hips. Shoulders back, heart stays open. Inhale, come the rest of the way up. And exhale, let's bring hands down by the sides. A couple of sun salutations to greet the sun. Inhale, thank you, sun, for helping me blossom. Arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Come all the way down. Hands to the shins. Inhale, extend the heart forward. Unfurl those petals. Exhale, step or hop back and lower all the way down. Please use your knees if you need them. If you don't, you're coming into upward dog. If you do, chances are you're in cobra pose. Exhale to downward facing dog. Pulling the belly up as you transfer your weight back for downward facing dog. Couple of breaths here. In through the nose, out through the nose if you can. Pick one spot, maybe the spot between your toes. So you can just gaze there, not letting your eyes wander, not letting your mind wander. Deeply rooted where you can be, and reaching up to sprout and blossom where you can. Look up past your hands, bend your knees, step, or if you like, hop your feet forward. Inhale, come to half forward fold. Exhale, bow. Deep gratitude to the earth and your roots. Inhale, come all the way up. Deep gratitude for the sun. Exhale, hands through the midline. and then down by your sides. Let's repeat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half forward fold. We expand through the chest. Exhale, hop or jump back. Chaturanga or to the floor. Inhale to upward facing dog or cobra. Take your time as you exhale back to downward facing dog. Now downward facing dog, that transition from up dog or cobra to downward facing dog, we don't want to overtax the low back, so make sure you're engaging your belly as you move back. Long, slow breaths. Always looking to come back to that place of equilibrium where we can stay both rooted and abundant in how we express ourselves. Well, I've got the smell of those lilies filling my nostrils. When you're ready, at the end of your next inhale, look up and bend the knees. Inhale, step or hop forward into half forward fold. The heart blossoms up. Exhale, we bow. Inhale, come all the way up, reach high. Thank you, son. Exhale, hands to heart. One more time. Take your time, take your own pace. We're inhaling, Ardha. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, half forward fold. Exhale, hop, walk, jump, fly back, Chaturanga Dandasana, or lower to the floor. Inhale, Ardha Mukha, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog, Adho Mukha. Let's just hold it here and breathe. At the end of your next exhalation, look up past the hands and bend the knees. The inhale hops us or steps us forward. Look up, half forward fold. Exhale to bow. Inhale, rise like you're lifting the sun to the sky. Exhale, both hands down to the heart. Pause here in Tadasana. Feel the deep rooting of the feet to hold you steady. Lift up through the crown of the head. That's our aspiration. That's our blossoming. Gently open the eyes. Gaze at a spot in front of you that's not going to move. And we're going to go into tree pose. Turn the right knee out, bending the knee, and you can just keep your heel right on your ankle. If you'd like, you can bring it up the shin a little bit. If you'd like, you can grab your ankle and press your foot into your inner left thigh. They're all variations of tree. Let's hug to the center, so a nice strong trunk that's rooted deeply, lifting up through the sky with the crown of the head. If you're feeling particularly rooted and steady, feel free to lift the arms, and if that's not good for you, keep your center of gravity low just by keeping the hands low. Now we're going to go back to our little seedling. So point the right knee forward, and we're going to start to bend the standing leg, bend the chest forward, give your right knee a hug. Here's your seed. Now we're going to come back up to standing, holding that right knee close. Keep your gaze steady on one spot. On an inhale, extend the right leg out. If you can, extend the arms up. Hold it there. Softly reach the right leg past the left. Extend forward with the torso coming into warrior 3. Keep the right knee face down. Keep the right foot flexed. Slowly reach the hands down And we're gonna lift that right leg as high up as it can go, pulling from the inner right thigh. Now the left foot is deeply rooted, the right foot is blossoming towards the sky. Bend the standing leg. Reach the right foot way back, way back, way back to a lunge. Inhale, reach the arms up. So remember how we brought the hands to the back of the head so the shoulder blades would drop down the back to lift the heart? That's what we're doing here too. Pinky side of the hand in, thumb side out. Lift your heart. One more breath. Exhale, both hands down when you're ready. Step it back to downward dog. If you'd like, you can have your vinyasa here. It's up to you. How rooted are you feeling? We're all meeting in downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. Regulate the system, so if your heart rate had sped up a little bit, I don't mind it, talking and moving that way. We want to get it back to a nice even beat, nice even breath. Gripping the floor steadily with those finger pads, hug those armpits back. Then look up past the hands, bend the knees, step or hop your feet forward. Inhale to lengthen the chest forward, that's half forward fold. Exhale to bow. Inhale to rise. Remember, raising the sun. Exhale, both hands down. And we begin in tree pose once again. So left knee bends out to the side, ankle and heel in contact, or to the shin, or to the thigh. Bring the hands up if you're feeling super steady. Keep the center of gravity low if your tree needs a little bit more rooting. Now, wherever the foot is, we're going to take the knee forward, so the foot's going to unstick from the leg. We're slowly going to start to bring it all in, curling up into a little seed. Once again, grab your knee if you can, and then slowly begin to straighten, holding that knee close. Keep your gaze peeled on one spot. Inhale, extend the arms, extend the leg. Hold it here, 3, 2. We're going to be sweeping it past the right leg, coming into warrior 3. Extend the chest forward, extend the left leg back. Now the left leg is going to want to turn outwards. Keep your belly lifting. This will help. You only go as far as you can. Then bring your hands down to blocks or the floor. Lift your left leg up. Keep pulling from the inner left thigh. Slowly bend the standing leg. Take your time. We're finding roots for that left leg all the way back behind you. Inhale, raise the arms up. Lift the heart. Let the heart shine outwards. Let the sun shine down on the heart. Shoulder blades pack to the back to lift the heart from behind. Exhale, both hands come down when you're ready. Inhale, step to plank and make a decision about where you're going. Are you going to take a vinyasa because you're feeling it? Or is it time for a rest? Child's pose, downward facing dog, both good options. Nice long breaths. And don't forget to pack those shoulders down, bend the knees as needed. Look up past the hands, bend the knees, step or hop your feet forward. Inhale, extend the chest forward, half forward fold. Exhale to bow. Inhale to rise, all the way up, reach it up. Exhale, hands to heart, back in Tadasana, that steady mountain. Both rooted deep to the earth and lifting towards the sky. So for our next pose, series of poses, you're going to want to have your blocks ready because we are going to be doing half moon. So keep your blocks ready and steady for you in front of the mat if you think you may need them. Even if you think you won't, you never know, you might. Right? So we're going to start the exact same way that we did before, tree pose, right? Continuing with our rooting and sprouting and blossoming, right? So gaze at that spot that's in front of you. Sole of the foot connected, sole of the right foot connected to the left leg in some way. Keep that spot in front of you. Here we're going to extend the right leg forward, just like we did before. You can keep your hands up and come forward, or keep your hands down, which can make it a little bit easier. Swing the right leg back behind you. This time, instead of bringing both hands down, we're going to bring the left hand down. Wrap the left buttock underneath you to open up the right hip. And then, if you can, stretch the right arm up. Now, the easiest place to look here is the floor, okay? Or you can look in the direction your chest is going, hi. Or you can look up at the right thumb. They're all good places, but just pick one. Okay, easiest place for balance is at the floor. Now, let's bend the left knee. You can even bring it into the chest. Grab a hold of the top of the foot and then extend the right leg back behind you. Now we did this right at the beginning on the knees. Here we are in Ardha Chandrasana. Okay, if you can't grab the foot, if you're not using the block, that's okay. Just bend the leg. Keep kicking your foot into your hand into your foot. Give your heart a chance to really blossom. And then we're going to extend the right hand back down. Swivel the hips so they're facing down. Extend the right leg back. Once again, let's come into a lunge, taking your right leg as far back as you want to or can. This time, if you'd like, go for a full warrior one. So we turn the right heel in and down just about 45 degrees. Up come the hands. Shoulder blades hug to the back body to lift the heart. Exhale, both hands come down. Step back to plank. If you want that vinyasa, go for it. Listen to the breath though. If the breath isn't there, take a rest. Nice, long, slow breaths to get back to that homeostatic point. Lowering the heart rate, keeping the heat though, if you notice. When you're ready, when the heart is feeling a little more settled, when you're feeling a little more settled, we look up past the hands, bend the knees, step, or if you'd like, hop your feet forward towards the front of the mat. Inhale, lengthen up to half forward fold. I like my hands on my shins. Exhale to bow. Inhale, rise all the way up, blossoming with hope for the second side. Exhale, both hands come down. Starting in tree pose, left knee goes to the left, heel, foot on the shin, or all the way up, all good possibilities. Root that tree, focus on a single spot. Now, let's sprout. Let's let the left leg go forward. Arms can come up or they can stay low. And then as the left leg sweeps past the right, we're extending down. This time, just the right hand is landing. You can take your left hand on your left hip for balance. Wrap the right buttock under. We're pulling it under. That's what rotates the pelvis to open to the left. Left arm can come up. Gaze to that place that allows you to balance. Easiest place would be the floor. Push through the root of the right foot. Extend through the blossoming of the left leg and the left arm. Now, we're going to come back into our little seedling. Left knee comes in. We're going to grab the top of the left foot and then push the left knee back. Open up the chest once again as the left buttock wraps under. Push your left foot into your left hand, Ardha Chandrasana. Or maybe you're just here. That's fine too. So maybe you haven't clasped the foot, but you can still open the chest a little bit more. Slowly reach the left hand down, swivel the pelvis back, bend the right knee to step the left foot back. Keep the heel up if you like, a little more complication. Left heel comes down for a full warrior one. Pinky side in, thumb side out. Exhale, both hands down when you're ready. Take it through vinyasa, or if you'd like, just back to downward facing dog. Let's get back into our seed shape, shall we? Let's gently bring the knees down to the floor. Reach the hips back towards the heels. Rest your forehead on something, your hands, the floor, or a block. Breathe. Oh, those lilies smell so good. Just sitting on the knees, please. And for those of you whose shoulders or backs or what have you are a little bit more controlled versus liberated, we're going to have some blocks behind you and at the ready just in case. Okay? So knees can be a little bit open. We're going to reach the right hand back. Let's all go onto the block first. If you don't have a block, that's okay. Tent your fingers on the floor. We're going to keep the fingertips facing back, and we're going to raise the left arm, lift the hips up. Look over that right shoulder. And then softly, we're going to sweep that down. We're going to come a little bit back into our seed shape. And then we're going to root the left hand, sweep the right arm up, blossom the heart up. And then exhale, come all the way back into your little seed shape. Right hand on the block or the floor. Reach up, sweeping open. Exhale, lower, all the way down, nice and close to the earth. And then lift the right arm up. Lift the hips. Exhale, all the way down, sweep around. You're going to do one more to each side. Right hand, left arm comes up. Exhale, all the way down. Sweep it around, digging in the dirt. Lift the right arm up and down. We're going to bring the knees together. Let's have the blocks right next to your toes, well, to the outside of the feet. Right? And they can be as high up as you want them to be. We're just doing an alternate way of coming into camel pose. So one of the things that really freaks people out about camel is the head. So what I'd like you to do is just take one finger on your chin, like you had a chin dimple, and just gently engage this feeling of pulling back through the head. So instead of this, which is like text head, okay, so just a little back. We're gonna get these muscles here controlling some of the stability of the neck, all right? Now, with the head properly aligned over the pedestal of the neck, here we are in our seed or rooted or sprout form, and now we're gonna take a little bit of weight into the hands, press into the hands, and start to lift the hips up. Okay? For those of you who feel that the chest is a little bit more open, you can begin to look up. Keep the front of the neck a little bit stimulated, and then slowly lower all the way down. Take a breath or two here, just relax back into the earth. It's like the sun's gone down. We can fold the petals in a little bit, right? And we're gonna repeat. Inhale, in and lift, pushing down into the hands, lift up through the chest, let the heart blossom, and slowly, slowly release all the way down. So for those of you who are going, yeah, I want more, you can lower the blocks, okay? You can make little fists, press them into the toe mounds, and repeat this, all right? So here we go. Push into the blocks, slowly lift up through the hips, roll the shoulders back. There may be some of you who could climb those hands onto the heels. Press the heels apart to really let the chest blossom and open. For those of you in full camel, you can take the hands to the base of the spine, slowly come up. For those of you not, let's all just lower down onto the heels. Rest. Just feel how that heart has opened. Let's do a little twist after camel pose. Bring both hands onto the floor, knees underneath the hips. Take your right arm, sweep it underneath the left. For some of us, the forearm comes down and that's it. For some, we need a block. For others, the shoulder will come down. Whatever your variation is fine. Push into the fingertips of the left hand and try to sweep the left side of the rib cage up. Right side of the rib cage down. If your if your chin is resting on your chest, move your head back a bit. And we'll come back to center onto all fours and go to the other side. Sweep the left arm underneath the right. Your shoulder may come down to the floor. You may be resting on a block. You may be resting on your forearm. Now push with the right hand. Sweep the right side of the rib cage upwards and the left side downwards. We're looking for a twist. And come on back to all fours, and then come to sitting, please. I'm gonna angle myself slightly so you can see me a little better. Bend the right knee out to the right. Straighten the left leg. So one of two things. The sole of the left foot can be right into the inner left thigh, or the heel can be into the inner right groin. Now here's the litmus test. If you're feeling like you need your hands to support yourself, or that your low back is rounded, you're going to take a block or a pillow or a bolster or a blanket or anything you have and elevate the pelvis, right? What we're looking for as we take the flesh of the buttocks back is a nice long spine, which includes that soft inner curve of the lumbar spine. If your right leg is floating, please feel free to support it. You can also use a strap. So many lovely props, so many options around your foot, right? Doesn't matter. The props aren't the props aren't sort of punishment. They're just allowing you to be in your optimal position, right? On an inhale, we just grow taller as the sit bones root. The crown of the head blossoms upwards, and then maybe the heart extends itself forward. Maybe not. Depends. It all depends. If you're still feeling that your back is really rounded, just bend the extended leg. Okay? These are all good ways to do this pose. So whatever shape you're in is your shape. Once you get where you're going, breathe. In through the nose, out through the nose. Long, slow, even inhalations and exhalations. As we settle and get a little bit more earthy with this pose, we're going to actually be prepared to blossom once again. Inhale slowly to come up. If your right knee is on a block, you're going to remove it so your knee can be down on the floor. Reach your right hand back, pushing down into the right knee and the left heel. Lift the hips up. Reach the left arm back, look for it behind you, draw your shoulder blades deep to the heart, and blossom into your fullest expression of the moment. And then we'll slowly settle back onto the sit bones and go to the other side. So again, feel free to use a block if you'd like. Left foot presses into the inner right thigh. Left heel can be in the inner left groin. Grab the flesh of the buttocks, pull them away, just to really set that rooted foundation before we look to sprout or blossom. Turn the torso so that it's facing the extended leg. On an inhale, just grow tall, right? You're already in a forward fold, so you're already in flexion. So if you can't go anymore, there's no guilt, don't berate yourself, you're a perfect flower. If there is more capability to come forward with a nice long spine, great. Eventually, the spine will have to fold for a very deep pose. You can reuse your strap, you can use your hands around your foot, whatever feels right for you. Keep breathing. Inhale slowly to come up. We're going to take the left hand down behind you onto the ground. Take the right knee, push down into the right knee to lift the hips. If the hips don't lift, just lift the right arm and reach back. Stretching back, look for your hand is going to open the throat, open the chest. Nice, big, sunny blossoming. And then when you're ready, exhale, come all the way back to center. Take a comfortable cross-legged position. Place your left hand on your right knee, your right hand behind you. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, twist to the right. So the lowest part of the spine, those big lumbar, inward curving bones of the spine, those vertebrae aren't meant to twist a lot. Right? So don't worry about, you may feel them twisting a little bit. If you have any lower back pain, really keep them solid. Really keep your low belly nice and engaged. Let the chest, think about the chest coming around. And slop, and then the head, reaching your gaze past your left shoulder. Let's come all the way back around just to be creative. Let's switch the clasp of the legs. Right hand to the left knee, left hand behind. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, twist. Keep the sit bones firmly rooted. Inhale to come back to center. Moving things off of my mat. We're going to do one last pose before we come down into Shavasana. Soles of the feet together, knees apart for Baddha Konasana. Again, feel free to sit up on a block or support your knees with some blocks if you're feeling too much extension in the inner groin. For most people, it hopefully will feel good. And if it's still difficult for you to get that low back where it should be, take your hands behind you. Support yourself this way, that's just fine. Keep breathing. In through the nose, out through the nose. And for those of you who want to just take a little time in your little seed shape again, we're going to pull the belly back and let the torso round inwards, bringing the nose towards the toes. If you've leaned forward, you're going to inhale to come up. Let's bring the knees towards each other. Grab behind the thighs. Just pull yourself into a little seed shape once again. And then keeping the hands behind the thighs for support. Unless you want some fun, take them off to the side. We're going to keep the feet down if you possibly can. And slowly, slowly roll all the way down. Onto the mat. Bring the hands down by your sides, walk the feet a little further apart. Nice little rock and roll. Windshield wipering the knees back and forth. And then when you're ready, walk the feet out. Bring the arms down and palms to face up. Keep the shoulder blades nestled underneath you. Close your eyes and soften into gravity. Soften the muscles of your face. Release your jaw. Let your tongue be heavy and soft. Let the eyes become small and heavy. And let your mindfulness retreat into deep, deep rest. To journey inside the blossom, the sprout, the seed. thoughts no longer, please feel free. For those of you who want to move on to meditation or perhaps get on with the rest of your day or your evening, just begin to deepen your breath. Reach out through your limbs, moving fingers and toes and moving and stretching any way that feels right to you. When you're ready, bend your knees, bringing the soles of the feet to the floor, gently roll over onto your right side. And it's always nice to take an extra couple of breaths here, just to thank yourself for your practice.